I am Professor Antonio S. Marajas, and this is Digital Technique Fundamental. So there are different types of number system. One is the decimal number system. The other one is the binary number system. Then we have the octal number system. And we have the hexadecimal number system. Okay? So these are the four most commonly used number system in digital technology. Okay? So we discuss first decimal number. So what is a decimal number system? So of course, decimal number system is the most commonly used number system because we have been using decimal number system from kinder up to present. Okay? So when you are doing arithmetic, you are using decimal number system. So we define decimal number system as a number system with 10 separate symbols. Represented by zero, 1, 2, 3, up to 9. So we have 10 separate symbols from 0 to 9. And it has a radix or a base of 10. Okay, so what do you mean by radix or base? The word radix or base will be discussed later. So example of a decimal number is a 526 of base 10. So this one here is called the base or the radix. Okay? Now, if we will obtain the so-called positional notation of this number, this will be the positional notation, no? You have 5, this one here, times the base 10 raised to second power. How do we obtain the second power? So we count the number of digits from right going to the left, excluding the number that we are using. For example, we are using 5 here. So if we multiply it by the base 10, then you count the number of digits from right going to the left. 1, 2, excluding the 5 that we are using. So you have 1, 2, that is your power. 5 times 10 to the second. Plus 2 times the base 10 to the first. Okay? Nagamit, isa na lang man nabili, no? Only 6 here. So you have 1 digit. So you have 2 times 10 to the first plus 6 times 10 to 0. Okay? So that is the positional notation of this particular decimal number. And this one here is equivalent to what? 10 squared is 100 times 5 is 500 plus 10 to the 1 is 10 times 2 is 20 plus 10 to 0 is 1 times 6 is 6. That is why we read this as 526. That is the positional notation. This one here is the short notation of the number. Okay? So, dirigi ka ng ato ang pagbasa ani nga particular number. 526. So, if we add this one, you will have 526 of base 10. Again, what do you mean by base or the radix? The base or the radix actually identifies the type of number system being used. Okay, so since we have 4 different types of number system, we have to identify that particular number system. So with the presence of your base or the radix, we can say that it is a decimal number system because of the base or the radix, which is 10. Okay, that is your base or radix. Again, it identifies the type of number system being used. Because, for example, if you have 526 without the base, this one here can be an octal number, or this can also be a hexadecimal number. So, with the presence of your base, we can say that this is a decimal number system. Okay? So, that is the use or the meaning of the base or the radix. Okay? So, another example is, let's say, 5,343.25 of base 10. Okay? So, this is a decimal number because of the presence again of your base or the radix. Okay? So, if we will obtain the positional notation of this, that will be 5 times 10 to what? Count the number of digits from right going to the left, that is after a decimal point. Okay? Do not count from here going there, but after the decimal point, the left part of the left number after the decimal point. So you have 1, 2, 3, excluding 5. So 5 times 10 to the third power plus 3 times 10 to the second plus 4 times 10 to the first plus 3 times 10 to 0 plus this one here 2. So you have 2 times 10 to the minus 1. So you start counting minus 1, minus 2. If after a decimal point going to the right, minus 1, then minus 2. That is the power of your number. Then plus 5 times 10 to minus 2. That is the positional notation of this particular number. So, if we will obtain the corresponding value of this will be what? 10 to the 3 is 1,000 times 5 is 5,000 plus 10 square is 100 times 3 is 300 plus 10 to the first is 1 times 4 is 10 to the first is 10 times 4 is 40 plus 10 to 0 is 1 times 3 is 3 plus 2 over 10 to the first, no? So if we will change, this is multiplication. If we will have it divided by, so that the number here will become positive number, you have 2 over 10 to the first plus 5 over 10 to the second. Okay, which is what? You have 5,000 plus 300 plus 40 plus 3 plus what is 2 over 10, that is 0.2 plus 5 over 100, that is 0.05. So if we will add all the numbers, you will have 5,343.25 of base 10. Okay? So that is how the positional notation is used. Okay? So that is decimal number system.